All right, Shane, next let's kick it on down to old Baton Rouge, where one guy we cannot wait to see on the field this year, John Emery. Keep talking up. Is this the year for old John Emery, the former five-star? He's got all the talent in the world, but it's his time to shine. They keep hyping up the freshmen, Corey Kiner and Amari Goodwin. And now, what does that say about John Emery? I don't know. But, one thing about these young running backs, every time they come into college, it certainly seems like, there's so much buzz on them in practice and their ability. Mm-hmm. But the coaches often don't trust them in pass protection. That is just so critical at this level. I mean, you cannot play against some of these SEC teams with their exotic blitzes and all that if you cannot be trusted to protect the quarterback. And that's something that John Emery said that Kevin Falk, of course, the legendary LSU and New England Patriots running back has really been working on with him. And then even better, I thought, LSU fans, this is the key stuff here. Jake Peetz, the new offense coordinator, of course, coming from the Carolina Panthers, he says John Emery is going to be his new Christian McCaffrey. So let's kick it over to John Emery.
You talked about motivation earlier and route running and everything. Max mentioned yesterday that he has seen you working with Coach Falk on your route running and even watching linebackers come down in pass blocking and everything. Can you talk a little bit about that and also how that motivates you and how that has set you apart maybe in the running back room with your pass pro?
Well, Coach Falk, he's been in the game. He was in the game for a long time. He's always giving great advice, as far as pass protection and, running routes. He did that. He was that type of back. He was an all-around back as well. And, he understands it. That's the advantage of having a coach that actually played football and, that actually has the feel of things. As far as I feel like just from my past 2 years, my pass protection has gotten way better than the last 2 years. And, as far as my route running, and also just not Kevin Falk, Coach Falk helping me out as far as with routes, but, the wide receiver coach as far as Coach Carter and, Mickey Joseph, they helping me out as well, But, Kevin Falk, when he played with Tom Brady, he was mainly running routes too, and catching the ball in the backfield. And, just with every little thing that I do, he helps out. So,
Coach Peetz came from an offense that had Christian McCaffrey. You're talking about wanting to be that all-around type back. Have y'all talked about that, or has he talked about the role that Christian had and what he wants to see from you?
Yes, of course. He always brings up Christian McCaffrey, and he showed me a couple clips of him running the choice route and his runs, and he says I can be just like Christian. He says I kind of remind him as Christian McCaffrey. So, just me. He actually showed me clips of Christian McCaffrey as soon as he came in. And just me seeing that, I just knew it was going to be a perfect fit. And, I actually love, the offense that we have right now. So.
All right, Shane. So this is what you want to hear from your running back who, he's trying to be the next Christian McCaffrey with all the, his pass catching ability and everything that makes Christian McCaffrey such a weapon there out of the backfield that can do so many things. And I understand why they're making this comparison, but you know what it sounds like to me?
What?
The Clydesdale a little bit. I mean, they needed him to do everything. You know what?
That's why I was like, why go with that comparison when you got a first rounder that just left 2 years ago? So, no, I get it. I get it. It's exciting, and that's what we want. That's what we want from LSU. I think that's what got them to the dance 2 years ago. You want a guy that can do a little bit of everything, and that's what they're trying to create with Emery here.
Yeah, when the play breaks down, and it looks like it could be a bust or a turnover or a sack, you just never know. Maybe even a little 2-yard flip and he turned it into a first down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what you need for some of your elite playmakers. That's why you get all these 5 stars on your squad, because when you dial up the perfect play and the defense completely blows it up, guys like this have the ability to save the day for you.
Do you think that's what he's having trouble with, though, is the pass protection, or making that, that light switch that, hey, I need to get out of the backfield and try to catch a pass?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that just about all running backs struggle with coming to this level, because I don't think they're doing it in high school. And for the vast majority of them, they don't have to. And even now these days, high school, a lot of it is run by basically Wildcat, because you just want the ball in your best player's hands. And John Emery was certainly the best player every time he was on the field in high school. So I think it's just it really is a massive transition to at times to go to these pro style offenses.
For sure. And you see a lot of this in the NFL too.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you been watching a game? You're like, why the hell they still got Mark Ingram in, because he's not going to screw up. Right. He may not be the best athlete in the backfield anymore, but at least, he's not going to leave his quarterback exposed, or he's going to peel out and try to catch a check down pass. That's tough. There's a lot that goes into being, it's not just a running back anymore. It's not like when we were kids, Mike.
No, not without a doubt.